I'm going to tell you a very personal story. As many of you know, I lost my mom on February 4th of this year. And those last 2 weeks, well, she didn't go quickly, so it was difficult. Um, we've all lost somebody that we love, and as I say, it doesn't get easy. It just becomes less difficult in time. But that's really not what this video is about. I want to tell this story to illustrate a point. And I know that Mom wouldn't object to me telling the story if she thought for a moment it would even help a single person, because that's just how she was. The reason I want to tell this story is because, and I've been telling it a lot lately, if you've sat with me about your Medicare, it's to illustrate a point, because there's been a tremendous lack of education about the difference between Medicare supplements and Medicare Advantage plans, because of this whole push with call centers and popping up all over the country, and people pushing Advantage plans. I'm not here to disparage those. They're right for some people, and they might be right for some of you watching this. But if you are one of three people, please pay attention, or if you're just curious about the difference. Those three people are: you are coming into Medicare after age 65 because maybe you delayed it, you're just now coming into Medicare, or if you're turning 65 or about to, and you're getting Medicare for the first time, or if you're on Medicare already and you're under 65, this video is for you. So anybody that knows me knows that I like to tell stories and analogies to illustrate a point, so I don't have to go through a bunch of insurance lingo and jargon that people don't understand. So the analogy that I use to illustrate the difference between the supplement and an Advantage plan is this. We've all been to a restaurant, that has, where you've got a couple of options. They have a buffet that you can eat off of, or you can pick items off the menu. Now, if you order off of the menu, you get to pick different items. You'll pay so much for a salad, you'll pay so much for an appetizer, a main course, a dessert, anything that you want added to that, you have to pay a price for it. It's pay as you go. The other option, if you have a buffet, then you pay a single price, and it's unlimited. To a point, I guess it's unlimited, but you can just pig out, and by golly, if you're still hungry, you pay that one price and you can go and get some more. So that buffet is what a supplement does. It's unlimited medical use. And an Advantage plan is ordering off the menu. You're going to pay as you go. You're going to have copays and stuff along the way for everything that you do. But you're still protected by a max out of pocket. So they work very differently. So I want you to know, if you're coming into Medicare for the first time, or if you're turning 65 and already on Medicare or not, pay attention to this. So the story is this, the story about Mom. And so just kind of add up in your mind as we go along how much all of this might cost. And I won't get into all the details of how it led up to, to everything that happened, but it was over about a 16, 18-day period. We went to the first hospital, and it was a little bit much for them to handle. So they did what they did there, and then put her on an ambulance. So we've got one hospital, and we've got an ambulance sent her to the second hospital, where they did an emergency angioplasty to save her life, because she was, her heart was failing. And so from there, they said, this is more serious. She needs open heart surgery, and didn't know if she'd be able to withstand it or not. But they had to intubate her. They put a tube in and then prepped her for 4 hours and put her on the helicopter. So now we've got a surgery, 2 hospitals, an ambulance ride, and an intubation. Now a helicopter ride, which we all know those are about $50,000 to St. Louis. So we're at hospital number 3. The angioplasty had failed, so they had to do another surgery. And then after some tests, and after they'd been in there and did what they did, they said she's not going to withstand open heart surgery, because she was 81 years old. So what they did instead was they went and put in 7 stents in her heart. So this is a second surgery, 7 stents at the St. Louis hospital. In addition to that, they put in an Impella. It's an artificial pump to help her heart stay going as it recuperated. Well, it didn't recuperate. She remained on a ventilator in ICU for 16 additional days before she passed. So I'm not telling the story for sympathy, but just add that up in your head. 3 hospitals, an ambulance, an emergency surgery, a helicopter ride, multiple surgeries at the second hospital, 16 days in ICU on a ventilator. And I end the story with this. You know what that cost? Have any idea? Well, we don't either, because we never saw a bill, because my mom had a supplement, and her total cost on a Plan G supplement. Now I'll do some more videos later that explain some of the differences, you know, the 8 key differences that I go through with everybody. Her total cost for all of that, $233 per Part B deductible, and her monthly premium. When you have a supplement, you have a monthly premium, and then typically on a Plan G, you pay the first $233. So all of that for $233. That's the power of a supplement. If she had an Advantage plan, we would have been having a different conversation and coming up with several $1,000s for that max out of pocket. So there's a tremendous difference between the two. So usually when I go through those key differences and I tell that story to people, they opt for the supplement because it is better coverage. Why is there such a push to sell Advantage plans? Because most of them are free. They don't cost anything. I mean, who wouldn't want that? But they don't tell you about all the potholes in the road and the bad things that can happen. And it doesn't mean that they're bad. It's just some people can't afford a supplement or think they can, but they've never had it explained, and they've never been given the other options because there's more than one type of supplement plan. So I've been able to put people on a supplement who thought they couldn't afford it, but we looked at all of their options. So I just wanted to share that story, because if you've never had the difference explained to you in a clear and plain language, then it's about time. You know, stay tuned. I'll be making some more videos about this in further detail, but I just want to put that out there because I'm seeing too much lack of education. It's not miseducation. They're just not telling people about it because they have an opportunity to make more money selling an Advantage plan that's free instead of something that will actually benefit the person better by doing a supplement. So again, it's not for everybody. Some people financially just can't swing it, and that's okay. There's other options. But I just want to make this video to share that story so that, you know, if you know somebody that's about to turn 65 or is about to take Medicare for the first time, then be sure and let them know that there's other options. They need to explore all of their options. I almost forgot one very important part. The reason this is so important is because you have to be able to medically qualify for a supplement 100% of the time, except if you're one of those 3 people and 2 other semi-rare circumstances. If you don't qualify for it, if you've already got some health conditions, then it's not likely that you're going to be able to have a supplement. So if it's something that you prefer and you can swing the monthly premium, which, you know, there's a lot of different options there, then if you'd rather do that, then just be aware that you can't just get one anytime you want. There's certain times when you can get it with no health questions asked, even if you already have some kind of a chronic condition. So that's very important to know. So I hope this helps somebody. Share it with your friends. And if you need any help, by all means, reach out. Thank you.